As you know, Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl came out.
Love it.
So my topic's literally just your first impressions. You liking it? What are you guys doing?
I love it. The art style is phenomenal. A lot of people are complaining about it. I don't know why. I think it's fantastic. The only thing that has kind of bugged me so far is it seems like some things they decided to modernize and make it like Sword and Shield, but then like other things they just were like, no, like we're not going to. You know, it's like they went back to the old school mechanics. Like TMs now are one-time use again. Mm-hmm. I got so used to it being multiple times.
A lot of them, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I mean, you get 3 for some. Like I don't think I've gotten more than 3 of them yet.
They're really accessible, like in the underground and post game stuff.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that solves that issue then too. Okay.
They're much cheaper in Marts too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get some that are usually like 3,500 or something for like 1,000.
Oh, well, that's not bad then. And so I guess that takes my complaint away.
There's still a few that are like 5,000, but
Logan's Snapchatting.
Those are.
I was gonna put it on my story.
But those are usually 10 grand or upwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they did lower the prices a little bit. I noticed.
Got you. Yeah, because
and they give more money too.
I had so much money.
Like you start off with $8 grand. So.
Yeah, I mean, I bought like 30 Pokeballs.
30 Pokeballs, even if you start off with 20.
Yeah, and I didn't know you start out with 20 because normally you start out with like 5 or 10.
Yeah, they're very generous about that stuff.
Yeah, they were incredibly generous with that. One thing that I had to laugh though, because I mean, some of the things it's almost like they didn't test it well. I don't know if you've noticed this at all, but I've seen videos of some people just getting stuck in corners, like they can't move, and the autosave has screwed them, and they soft lock their game because they can't move anywhere. Corners? Yeah, so like there's one spot in particular where there's an NPC. So like there's
in one of the gyms you can get soft lock.
This is in a town, but like there's a spot where it's 2 blocks wide, and there's a guy standing 1 block away from a wall, right, or from a corner. Yeah. So if you go in his left side with somebody following you, then the person, you get stuck on the person and you can't move, like you're stuck there. It's hard to explain, I guess, but
kind of clipping like that is really bad in this game.
Actually. Yeah.
So just movement, like running through the world and stuff, like the models like have a nice area where it's just like invisible wall that you can't run into, and you get stuck on random things a lot. Like, I don't know, movement in the game isn't great.
Yeah, like,
it's all right.
Don't get me wrong, I love the game.
It's all right.
I adore it. And I told Logan last night, he was over here playing it. Oh, it absolutely could be. But one thing I noticed that I actually really liked, and it's weird, is you still have the option to walk like you did on the DS. Like, you can still use the D-pad to walk, and then you have to hold down B to sprint. And I just, for whatever reason, I love that. I don't know why. It's like, it's nostalgic feeling. Like, I don't play with it ever, but like for the 30 seconds that I did it, I was like, you know what, this takes me back.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. Just one of those little things.
It is kind of cool. I do like that. I think, I love it. I really, enjoying the game. It's pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be, and and some, honestly. I'm having a lot more fun in the underground than I was expecting to. There's a lot of really cool mechanics that I completely forgot about in Gen 4. And also just, I've never technically played Diamond and Pearl. I played Platinum, and there's a lot more differences in them than I thought they were.
Really?
Some I'm a little bummed about. I was kind of hoping they'd bring a bit more Platinum things in than they did. Mainly just a few, like, quality of life features, like having Rotom available right away instead of waiting till post-game to get it. Another one.
Oh, he's available right away?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
In Platinum, he is. In Platinum,
okay. Is he in the underground available?
No.
I have so many of those statues.
So in Platinum, the way you had him, it was the same in Diamond and Pearl. It's you just go to Ultra Chateau and there's a TV, and you interact with the TV and you get the encounter for Rotom. But so in Platinum, as soon as you can get there, which is once you get cut, you can get him. But in the original Diamond and Pearl, it was you have to wait till you have the Pokedex completed, so you just have to have seen all 150 or whatever it is of the Sinnoh-Dex, and then you can go get that encounter. And sadly, that's how it is in this, which makes sense, I guess, because it's Diamond and Pearl remix, not Platinum. But they did incorporate some Platinum elements, and I was kind of hoping that would be one of them, along with the fact that Gligar, you can't get the Razor Fang until post game. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get Gliscor. I'm gonna have to find. I'm going to have to find somebody that has one that can trade me one.
Well, they don't have the home update yet.
No, and that's the thing,
But
and I'm not waiting.
Just give you one.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing too. I could give myself one,
Right.
but it's like,
Yeah, when's that update gonna come out?
probably not till.
2022.
Yeah, it's
early.
probably. I bet you it's gonna come out when Legends Arceus has theirs. They're just
Okay.
gonna put all in one, home update. But yeah, other than that, no, like I'm loving it. I really like the. I don't know. The aesthetic is very pleasing. It's very it's a lot better than I think I originally had anticipated. Like I kind of was on the train like, oh, it's gonna be just like Sword and Shield, but
Yeah.
In Sinnoh. But I'm so glad they took it this route and went to the 2D style, this chibi style. Like, I think that just
makes sense if they did. They
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's an older game where it was like that. The map is made to look like that. There's no point in having a full Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Gameplay.
Yeah, and
it's dumb.
And that's the thing too. It's like people are like, well, they did it with the 3DS games in Gen 3. It's like, well, yeah, but also those are still 2D, like top down. Like there's kind of this same chibi style. It's just like a different art style. Like they're giant head characters, and like it's still like the 2D like top down style.
Let's be real though. Like Sword and Shield is not realistic art anywhere.
No,
No,
but I
exactly.
love that art style as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I really, really like that too.
Yeah,
I told Logan last night
I think it works perfectly well.
with this art style. I told Logan last night, I'm like, how does anyone put a shirt on? Like, there's no way they're fitting their head through the neck hole.
it's like an artistic representation of the world because
No, I know. I just
because
just a
obviously
joke.
the real characters are in the battles. Like that's how they actually look.
I do really like the art style though, because I loved it in Link's Awakening, and it's very similar to that.
It is very similar to that.
And I thought that art style when I played that for the first time, I was like, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like for whatever reason, it was super cute. They weren't going for realism. They knew what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the art style they wanted to go for, and they nailed it.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
so good.
And like just a lot of the lighting stuff is awesome. I love the. I was talking to Jordan. It's like joking and calling it ray tracing because it's like literally some of the reflections look super clean. Like when you walk in the Pokemon Center and it's like, yes, I know it's not ray tracing.
I explained it to him last night.
But like obviously it looks like it's just like everything looks really clean. Like
Yeah, it looks great.
so.
The art style is phenomenal. One thing I am looking forward to though, what's that?
It looks great for Switch.
Oh, it really does. Yeah. One thing I'm looking forward to, and I was talking to Logan about this, is he was telling me the post game stuff, like the gym leaders, you can go back and refight them, and then like after a certain number of times, they're competitive. Like
I think
you actually have to.
the first time you rematch them, they're actually competitively.
Oh,
bred
is it the
teams.
first time you
I think
okay, so
first or second.
after that though, they get competitive, and you actually can rematch them, and it gives you more stuff to do. Because I mean, usually with Pokemon games, like in Sword and Shield now, there's nothing for me to do in Sword and Shield except shiny hunt. Like, what else am I gonna do in that game?
Yeah.
This gives me a reason to get different teams set up and to do things like that. Especially now with the underground stuff too. Because I mean, you can work on the secret bases. So once you that was honestly, I know this is weird to say, probably one of my favorite parts of Emerald was they had the secret base, and I always picked the same one. Every single time I had the same secret base because it was huge and it was I liked it. I don't know why, but it was the same exact thing every single time, and I just adored it. Like it was the best one. But that's beside the point. Like the secret bases in this, I feel like I'm gonna get really, really into because they weren't in Diamond and Pearl. The secret bases underground were they?
They were.
Oh, they were.
They were. They're just really different.
Okay.
Yeah, the way they were in the original, it's like you put like traps and stuff down, and it was like the whole idea was that you would connect with a friend, and then you would play like capture the flag with your own bases, and like so you'd put traps throughout the underground that you could see, and then you would try to play capture the flag, and like your opponent who you're going against would like they'd hit the trap, and then like they'd spin out for a while or stuff like that. And
interesting. See, I guess I never had. Well, I had it, but I never had people to play it with.
Yeah.
So
no one else did either. Don't worry.
Yeah. So when it came to like the original Diamond and Pearl, for whatever reason, that part of my memory is just gone. Like I remember very few things about that game. I don't remember what starter I picked. I think it was Turtwig. But I couldn't tell you for sure. I remember that I spent a lot of time in the underground just riding my bike through it or whatever, just running through the underground area, not really even doing anything, just thinking it was cool that I was underground.
Yeah. And
I remember getting Spiritomb, thinking that was such a cool Pokemon. But other than that, I really don't remember anything.
Well, dang, you must have actually done quite a bit of stuff in the underground then with people, because
To talk to, like, what,
32 different people to get Spiritomb.
Yeah, but didn't they have like fake people down there like they do in this
but
one?
they're not like very common spawns.
Like I said, I spent a lot of time down there.
That's true.
It wasn't with real people. It was me just running around doing
you
nothing.
have to talk to, I think, 32 real people or unique NPCs.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time down there.
Dang.
I never played the old games, so this is pretty fresh and new to me. I find it incredibly easy. Like the whole party experience share thing is ridiculous.
It is, and that's
ridiculous.
That's one complaint that I have, I guess, is the fact that
it makes it easy.
It's way too easy.
Super easy grinding, but like, holy crap,
yeah,
man.
It's so easy. Like I have my whole team, and I only beat the second gym. Like I'm not even to the third gym yet.
I'm like a fourth.
But my whole team right now is level 25 to 30. It's like there's no reason why I should have a whole team of 25 to 30 at this point in as little time that I've played.
Well, I will tell you though, this game is scaled differently than previous game. Like it's not like you're gonna be in the Elite Four and it's gonna be 50s. It's literally Cynthia's best Pokemon is 87.
Garchomp.
Yeah,
Who's Cynthia?
she's the champion.
Okay.
So her best Pokemon is 87. So that gives you the scaling's a bit higher than normal.
So you're gonna be going into the Elite Four like you're gonna need level hundreds.
Not need them. Like I've beat it with, I think when I played Platinum, I beat it with like 60, 65 or something.
Just type advantage stuff.
Yeah, I just made sure I had something that I could take the Garchomp.
Dude, I tell you what, that Alakazam that I have, because Logan was over here yesterday, we were playing, and I caught an Abra, evolved it, and right before he left, we did the trade swap, and I got Alakazam. And that thing's, the nature of it raises its special attack. And I tell you what, man, that thing is one-shotting everything right now.
Well, I was going to one-shot anything anyway. It's
like
Alakazam.
Yeah, it is so good. And like, I went through the entire second gym.
You better one-shot it, that's all we're saying.
With what?
Said you better one-shot the things, that's all I'm saying, because it's got no defense.
Yeah.
That's true. But the grass gym, I fought that last night. Mm-hmm. And the 3 trainers you have to battle before you can get to the gym leader, as well as the gym leader, I went through all of them and never took one hit, using nothing but, not even Psychic. I was using Confusion, because he doesn't know Psychic yet. That's a level 35 move. I looked it up. So I'm one-shotting every single Pokemon in every single gym, or with that one, I guess,
with my starter.
It's insane. Like, it's just such an easy game to play through, but at the same time, like, I don't really care too much because I love it. It's fun.
I'm looking. The challenge is more in the post game, and I can't wait till I get to that point, because I'm gonna basically just gonna restart. Like I'm gonna go from the beginning and just actually start breeding a competitive team and go, okay, fight the first gym, second gym, third gym, fourth gym, and so on, and kind of like re-experience the game.
Just a completely different way,
in a harder fashion. But
I feel like Pokemon should have a difficulty setting at the beginning. Like, hey, do you want to, like, are you a kid who doesn't really know what they're doing yet, or have you been playing Pokemon for the last 20 years like I have? You know, like, I feel like that needs to be a setting on there.
I want it to be nice.
Just so that way, when you pick, it can be like, hey, like, do you want it to be difficult or no?
Yeah.
I would love if they had a difficulty setting on Pokemon games, because, like I said, this one's insanely easy.
I hate that argument so much, but that's like one of the few games that I think would be okay in.
I'd agree with that.
Otherwise, it's way too easy.
Once you play it once, you've played it.
That's why you do Nuzlocke.
That's what it is.
That's why people have like.
That's why Small Ant does what he does.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why you do Nuzlocke. Like, that's why would you have to make up a whole different way to play it just to make it more difficult, when they should just be able to be like, hey, we're gonna make it harder from the get-go. Like, your Pokemon get less XP. There's no party share, and the gym leaders have harder Pokemon to fight. Like, it's such an easy thing to fix, I think.
Yeah.
And it's one setting. I don't know. Maybe you get like more money after each one to kind of offset, the fact that you're getting less XP, so you can buy like.
You can't use items in game or in battle, or
Honestly, I think.
Well, no, I think you can use items in battle.
Just Nuzlocke settings, all the different things that you can like flip on in game, real game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be sick. I think the solution, I think, would be just to be able to turn the XP share off.
That make things more normal.
Yeah.
To the other ones, I guess.
Yeah, and I actually don't like that.
I like it, but I don't like that I like it. It's just way too easy.
See, I
don't like it at all.
I like it
the
for time
reason I like it, it's time constraint in the sense of like the Pokedex filling. Because right now, I'm just having, since I don't have a full team, I only have really 2 Pokemon on my main team right now. And since I only have a few Pokemon, I'm putting Pokemon that I need to evolve at some point in my team, and they're just leveling up. Like, I just caught a female cone bee, and it evolves at level, I think, 20, I want to say. And so it's almost there, and it's almost a Vespiquen.
See, and I mean, I get that, but I feel like that's something that you could do once you get like an XP all, which I loved that item back in the day, or like even an XP share. Like, it's just being able to.
It just makes it more convenient.
It makes it more convenient, but at the same time, I guess I'm going back. I started they're right here, like on red, yellow, and gold. Like I started on those, and I've played almost every game since, except for like the 3DS ones.
Yeah,
and. Oh, that's the one thing in Pokemon that I wish that you could shut off, because I don't like it.
Yeah.
I miss the grinding aspect of it. I like playing those games through to grind it, Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're missing so much when that's there.
Fair enough.
I wish you could just, talking about grinding, just speed up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just takes so long, like, every time I go into battle now, like, my Infernape loves me, so it has to say, oh, it's waiting for you to make a decision. Oh. And that sits there for a little bit, like, going between just different text boxes takes forever.
Do you have your text speed all the way up?
Yeah.
Do you have animations off?
I leave it on.
If
I take that off, it would help a lot.
It'll go way quicker.
Yeah. I was wondering what that was, because I threw out Turtwig, or I think it was when I threw out Turtwig, yeah. And it goes like, Turtwig is waiting to be pet. I'm like, that's a weird thing to say at the beginning of a battle. Like, what am I supposed to do?
So it's like, they've implemented it, I think, since, I want to say Sun and Moon, maybe.
It wasn't in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, it was.
Where it said stuff like that at the beginning of the battle?
It was, well, it's the same feature as, they hung on 1 HP because they love you. It's that same feature.
I've never seen that, even in Sword and Shield.
Then your Pokemon hates you. Because
you need friendship, man.
It's been a feature since, I think, Sun and Moon.
It dodged the attack because you shouted loud.
Yeah, if you have like really good friendship with a Pokemon, it'll do stuff like that. Like it'll randomly, like if it's gonna get one hit, it'll randomly survive because it loves you, or
hung on because it loves you,
or sometimes you'll get really
because it wants you to say something good about it,
or like sometimes rarely if you're like paralyzed or something, it'll heal itself.
Weird. I guess I have never noticed that.
Mechanics.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I am. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Yeah. Don't use them as battle tools. They're people, or they're beings.
They're people?
They're beings. Some of them are people.
Mr. Mime?
Gengar is a dead person. Ditto
when it turns into a person.
No, that's a Mew clone.
But it can turn into a person.
It can turn into a person.
We saw that with the movie. Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
great movie, by the way.
Very good movie.
I love that
weird
movie.
Faces, though.
It was fun,
but
it wasn't that great.
I actually thought it was really, really good. But we can move on to a movie.